Hello, my name's Ed. I'm one of the Learning and Research Officers here at Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery. And today we're talking about industry in Birmingham. Industry is a huge part of Birmingham's history. We are known as the workshop of the world. And in 1586, William Camden is quoted as saying, "Bremerton swarming with inhabitants and echoing with the noise of anvils, for here are a great number of smiths." So it seems an obvious place to start with the anvil that we have here on display. Industry in Birmingham started largely as individual craftsmen, individual smiths, working usually in their own house. Sometimes they had a separate workshop, but working on small objects by hand. So here we have the anvil that they would have been bashing away at all day. And we've also got an example of some buttons that were being cut out. The craftsmen would use natural light to work and wake up in the morning. As soon as the sun came up, they would get started and carry on throughout the day until the sun went down. That meant during the summer months they could be working incredibly long days, and during the winter they would be making a lot less money than usual. The button trade became increasingly important in Birmingham throughout the 17th, 18th and into the 19th centuries. We went from individual handcrafted buttons cut by a single workman working with pearl or wood into metal stamped out buttons that could be produced in their thousands using some of the earliest mechanised industrial factories in the city and therefore, of course, the world. While Matthew Bolton is one of our more famous button manufacturers, we had so many companies in Birmingham manufacturing buttons that they became very important, very powerful and quite rich in the process. They in fact became so important and powerful that they could lobby the king and the king's government to ban cloth-covered buttons. If anyone was caught selling cloth-covered buttons, they would be in breach of the law, and that would mean that they would be fined and suspended from trading. The reason cloth-covered buttons became so controversial is that tailors could knock them up in their spare time using extras that they had left over from their cloth. The button manufacturers didn't like the tailors muscling in on their business and their territory and put a stop to it using their influence over the government.